Hey internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show. Today I'm talking to everybody about Fate Stay Night this week, and we get a pretty long and detailed look into what Archer's history was and his ideals as to how they mirrored Emiya's. And pretty much cutting a long story short, he wanted Emiya to kill himself because pretty much he didn't want him to go through like the same pointless road in which that he went down, which I can sort of agree with, because honestly, doing something for so long and you really trying to say I'm not trying to make a world that's good or bad, I'm just trying to make one where everyone's happy. But when you really think about it, it's like no matter what the generation, unless people go back to caveman days, in which that even then we still bickered over the most pettiest of things. Looking at how we live today is people pretty much can bitch and moan about anything, and they cause problems purposely, whether it's through boredom or if it's through or unless they have an actual reason, because some people, they just like violence for no fucking reason. And honestly, for a character like Archer, who tries to stop all of that and is trying to ease it all, the only way in which that he can either cause that to pretty much work for everybody is unless if he does the Naruto thing, in which he traps everybody in an illusion and they do their own little happy thing in their brains, or do what every Final Fantasy villain in history does and just kill every fucking body. But he wanted he wanted Emiya to kill himself to relieve him of that pain, and Emiya pretty much kind of got past all that by asking one simple question: do you regret anything that you've done? And he said yes, and that's pretty much where they differed at, because Emiya's like, well, everything that I do, I don't see it as a regret. I want to do it, and I fully believe it. That's just how he is. However, I do find it funny, though, that now that the show is pretty much sort of drawing the parallel there, in which that Saber is a lot like Rin and Archer is a lot like Shiro or Emiya. But either way, though, is that they even went as far as to drop the bomb that Archer isn't even a fucking guardian spirit, or at least a fucking heroic spirit. He's a guardian, and he's only seen as a heroic spirit by fucking default. So that's just how that is, which does put a little bit more context into what Gilgamesh did when he called Archer the Faker. So of course. However, Kirei comes back. He didn't die, obviously. He was the master of Lancer, and of course, forces Lancer to kill himself. However, I do sort of get the feel. However, he says that he wants to turn Rin into the Holy Grail. Now, either way, I don't remember too much from the first Fate Stay Night, because I don't know what Kirei's goals are. But all I know is that he is a villain who was trying to turn one of the main characters into a fucking inanimate object so that he could have his wish. So that's pretty much where we stand in the crossroads of this show. So question is, how do you think this thing is going to end? I mean, we know who's going to win because that's the illusion of this show, but how do you think is going to go about? Because this does end off with the clash between Archer and Emiya. So the question is, how will this thing play out? So what do you think about it? Tell me in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Graves Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.